You know, you said like we haven't really seen a lot of IO, but there's only been 10 games played in Eastern Europe Div 1 so far, and IO has been pick banned 8 of them.
That's Sheep's meant to be here. You know? I've not been working Eastern Europe, so
I'm just a filler. I'm just here for the body count, you know,
yeah,
just to make the couch look less empty.
Don't worry, it's mainly been banned.
Yeah, it's only been picked twice, so
Okay.
you're technically not wrong.
There we go. Has it been winning, losing?
It
50-50?
has literally 50-50.
Okay.
One win, one loss.
Let's say that. So Void, maybe getting some team fight wombo combo draft. You've already got the Zeus to pair with the Void. AA. Okay, there we go. Let's get the combos. This is not the strongest of lanes, though, I feel like, against Sanking Mirana.
Yeah, I mean, it can go both ways, because, like, if you do chain stun the Void, you'll take a lot of damage, and normally the Caustic just pops on you, and you reverse all the damage with your Q, and you just kind of farm. But if they do end up chain stunning him, he could take a lot of damage here, so be interesting to see. Like, I think the team that has the better laning is gonna win that lane. That's what I'm getting at. It's not like clear cut one way or another.
Skill matchup.
Yeah. And then I don't know, like, people just pick the most random stuff with this IO nowadays, so it's
this
really
is
hard to predict.
It's a sick Wraith King game playing against Void and Doom.
Yeah, it could be good. Illusion Heroes are good too, but then you're
True.
playing versus Zeus, so maybe not. But it's like a pos 4 Zeus. Still, I don't know, it might not be worth it.
I want to ask a little bit more about this Faceless. We saw it last series for our SEA when we were covering that. And you said it just really needed, it looked pretty awful. I'm not going to sugarcoat that one. But you said it needed a lot more damage from outside the chrono.
Yeah.
Do you think this Mind Games lineup has that, or it still needs to focus more?
Oh, it definitely has it this game.
I think you're picking Void for one of two reasons: either to combo with a bunch of stuff on your side, or like to counter. There was another game in SA where it looked really good. It was against a Juggernaut and against Enigma, and it was like this, this superior teamfight control and way to basically to counter the Jug. But OneMove, they pick up the Void counter. The Veno comes out. What are these? Are they sanking mid, or
I mean, between
flexing stuff?
Between Mirana, Veno, who's going to be the supports? Like, is Core IO coming out again? I don't think so.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's run it.
Mirana Core. I mean, I think Veno and Sanking's going to go mid, I think.
Yeah. I guess Sanking Veno is the flex. One's mid and one's off lane.
Yeah, I think they for sure need a carry. Unless they're going to be doing some Veno POS 1. Which would be very strong against the Doom.
Can't count anything out, It's Eastern Europe. They're pretty wild over here with what they pick.
I'd like, if they do want to do that, they desperately need something like a TA in mid or something like that, if they really want to do the POS 1 Veno. Some physical damage of sorts.
It does seem like, you're picking Veno and Devoid. Usually that's like the lane counter, so maybe they're just going to flex the Sanking into mid lane and feel confident that Melojewel can just play against whatever comes his way.
Probably can. It's mid lane, and you're playing a hero that can just,
get
worst case scenario, just stack some camps and farm.
Yeah.
The advantage is OneMove do have overall last pick, right? So they're going to be able to see potentially where they want to put all of them, all the lane matchups that they can have before they pick that final hero. What are we looking on the side of Mind Games, though, to really seal the deal in their draft?
They got 3 seconds. Honestly, I think this Veno pick was like, oh crap, what do we pick now? Oh, that was just for the ban, but they've used all their reserve time. Like,
they banned it. I was going to say, put Zeus mid, support Void.
What do Mind Games need? It looks like they need okay, that's not something I thought they needed. Are they Zeus mid?
That's...
Or Zeus or Rubik mid.
Let's see. Well, AA for sure support.
Yeah.
I think Zeus should be mid. If we're Sand King, it makes sense. You're just going to nuke him like crazy. Sandstorm won't help him.
And they banned the AM, I think, so they definitely seems like... I guess Zeus or Rubik you don't play against AM, but that means Illusion Heroes are probably out of the question, and they go Bristleback. That's a tanky fellow that doesn't care too much about being doomed or chronoed, maybe.
He does care about time dilation, though, quite a lot.
Yeah.
So that one's kind of annoying.
We can bring in Lyrical and Trent for 2 more Dota brains to give us some thoughts on how they think this matchup is going. Lyrical, you seem a little bit taken aback by this.
I mean, there's just so much swap ups in those last couple of picks and went wild. I always love to see a Veno though, so I'm pretty hyped for OneMove here.
And yourself, Trent?
The IO Bristle, right? As Fear was saying, like there's so many heroes people go for, but they're gonna go with the tried and true. It's got some issues versus the time dilation, like you said. And also, like you're that single target for the AA in a lot of engagements too, which can be a little bit tough. But there's a reason it works, so we'll see if they can get the farm on the Bristle they need.
We definitely will. Do you guys think it's possible? Is this a OneMove or a Mind Games game?
I'm going to go with Mind Games because I think Doom is going to get Ags and just Doom the Bristle back, and it's going to be sad.
Stick with OneMove. I think they just played really solid game one. It was off of a strong lanes, but, riding the 2-0.
You're flip-flopping out here, but it is going to be a very interesting matchup. We'll see if the laning phase goes any better for Mind Games this time, but game number 2 with Lyrical and Trent.
Thank you, Nat. I mean, it can only go up from there as far as the laning stage is concerned. That's for sure. That game 1 was yikes. But I'll also say I hate Faceless Void as a hero. That hero's looked garbage. Sell me on it though, Trent. What do you like about it this game?
You recoiled in disgust when it was picked. It was an audible just of grossness. Yeah. I don't know if you've been hurt too many times before in a pub or what, but I don't know. The hero, he's not the best laner versus certain matchups because it's always this idea of just like how much damage can you negate with the time walk and how valuable is your time dilation. I think in this game there's certainly some aspects of the time dilation that are pretty crazy in the mid game. In the laning stage it's not really going to be that great because it's probably just going to be the Veno who obviously gets a lot of value just from straight up right clicking you.
Yeah, that to me feels like it's going to be the interesting thing is like definitely Afterlife is again set up to have a really good time here. And then it's a question of, okay, how much can Mind Games change stuff up once that laning stage does break down? And, finding that Doom onto Mr. Knight himself is going to be really, really important.
30 seconds to battle.
Pantomime will be there on the IO to sort of heal him back up and all that good stuff. And Zayu, on the Mirana, not only can head on up and jungle a little bit, but also can make some of those stacks for the Bristleback later on. So it's all looking up for move as far as I'm concerned. We'll see if Mind Games can switch things up a little bit though.
Knight's gonna move right in here nice and early though. Try and contest for this rune. They have a lot of heroes here though.
And they actually need to be careful. Arrow, ooh, splits the uprights. Knight able to get it. Bounty rune 3 again, but the amount of damage coming out is pretty scary. It won't be enough to actually kill off the Bristleback though. So they head off to the laning stage with a few more stick charges in tow.
I suppose Io got pretty buffed, with the salve change. I didn't really consider that.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nasty. I mean, everyone starts headdress on like half their heroes now anyway, because it seems to be the most valuable regen as a position 5. It's like really, it's like better than like 9 tangos or whatever to try and help out your core. But Io can also just still buy salves, and it's fine. Don't have to worry about the half duration when you're helping your bud.
Right. Absolutely. That's really nifty. And actually, Petushar is going to go for the creep drag right now. Up on the top side. So we'll pull this one back behind the tower while Bignum tries to mess with Knight's last hitting to the best of their ability. And we're already seeing that answer in the laning stage that they talked about. It's really good to be able to time walk damage, but Afterlife just slowly going to whittle away at Dino.
Petushar doing this is just such a good offlaner thing to do. To quickly recognize right at the start, because he probably has a little chart in his head of the supports he's facing and what he needs to do in the lane. And when you have an IO, what can IO do about you doing this? Nothing, right? He literally wave at you. He can wave at you and follow you to the tower, but overall, just not a whole lot the hero can do. IO likes to play with an ally. That is where IO's strengths are at. And so when you separate the two, it's just going to be naturally weird. You see a Bane as position 5. No, you're not going to get away with a lot of creep pulls. It just doesn't happen. You get nightmared, no option. But it's just such a quicker opening to your laning stage when you're able to recognize opportunities where this is available.
Right. Well, and, it's what you kind of feel like they need out of this one. But the unfortunate part, at least right now for Mind Games, that this bottom lane has really just going to be constant harassment. You can see Slayer has a bunch of tangos that are there. And at the very least, it does mean that, Doom is getting something out of this one because the Faceless Void, he's not getting a ton of these last hits.
Yes, this is a great mid-game combo. You know, it's won some TIs and stuff before. It's, some ideas, some concepts of Ancient Apparition plus big spells. So that's great. That's cool. But the hero's always struggled in lane unless you pick one of its specific partners that has the stun. The Wraith King, the Chaos Knight. There's a reason why you'd often see this hero paired up with one of them. These two in lane is just like, Seiyu's kind of free. He's playing like he's a Pugna last patch, or even still this patch, honestly. Just run in, right-click in. No worries in the world.
Petishara got a little bit lucky there, picking up the mana burn creep, so has been able to take out all of Bristleback's manas early on here. Super value for Petishara, and one of the reasons why you always see those camps blocked out early, but headed back to his own hard camp and was able to get it from there.
That is infuriating, actually. You get double value, burning 100 mana for 50 of yours versus Bristle.
Yeah. And you've got the regen himself as well. Just 3.1 base mana regen on top of having 6. So that lane is definitely going to be helped out a lot for Mind Games there. Petishar should be off to a nice start as a little time dilation, trying to get some pressure there onto Afterlife, forcing him back a little bit, and then runs away.
Phantom's running away from him up top. He's trying to make sure he doesn't get mana burned. He has to always zone himself while still tethering the Bristle.
Yeah. That's annoying for the IO. And is going to actually try and get that pull disrupted, but not quite there. So they will get a little side pull action. And Bignum trying to contest whenever possible. Another Gale. Slayer needs one punch. Is that enough? The TOT, it's actually going to bring him down. Ends up dying, has to buy out beforehand. Arrow after for the finish. Nicely played. That was sick.
All right. You know, Skywrath is just point and click. Spell just does its own work, but say you're working a little harder this game, so still making it happen in the lane.
Yeah, that was really good. And I mean, up top here, I mean, yeah, your mana burning, it's annoying for the Bristleback, but he is still one of the top farmers in the game and well ahead of the Doom at this point in time. Man, things definitely looking good for Move again. Another game where they have just looked solid.
Their laning stage is bonkers. Is the real truth of it. And then kind of similar to last game where mid lane is still fairly even. It was like this last time before Ankrad eventually went down. Oh, sorry, actually, it was Meljul who went down when he was playing the Ember. And Ankrad managed to grab that kill when they were both 5, I believe. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that also stays kind of even. But what happened last game? We had a lot of movement coming to the mid lane with the help of the Enchantress. I think that's what sort of cemented their place in that match. Will OneMove have similar tower pressure early in this game? It is possible, but I feel like they should probably be a little bit more focused on getting that farm up for the Bristle, something that Mind Games have already considered with that block on the Ancient camp.
Yeah, and you can see that it hasn't even actually anybody moved back to try and deward that yet. It's just been sort of all focused on winning the laning stage. So no real stacks being built up except in the dire jungle, sort of the main part of it where there's one on the hard camp there as well. So, you know, it's not necessarily like a dominant victory like we saw in the last game where you're going to be able to like see, you know, just constant pressure coming out. But I think that probably once Venos starts getting a few points in these Plague Wards, it's also going to probably keep building up for Move a little bit.
Yeah, I think to me the most important thing will be the vision control they keep over this bottom jungle, where Seiyu is right now. Now, Seiyu, I believe, was over top of an observer ward that recently dissipated. So I think that they know that Seiyu was here and moving through with an Obs.
He's on one right now.
Oh, is he right on top of it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't see it anymore. Okay, I was going to say, I was pretty sure there's a ward here. So they do know there's a ward up on top of this pillar now, which is really important. That should be dealt with because what's going to happen is that this Faceless Void's going to get forced out of this lane, and he's going to want to do his little farm through towards the mid and like towards the triangle, and that's actually a good opportunity for the Sand King to intercept and get some kills because he's not like the best initiator, right? Oh my god, in this early part. Jeez, he's getting low.
He didn't even actually get the arrow damage time walked off. He's going to keep burning down his
CS fairy fire.
Oh my god, that feels so bad. Jeez. Dude, this Veno, it's just... Oh, first blood. They take him. Denied. Big ulti coming out from the Zeus, able to take him. on Knight.
Oh, mate. Team First Blood. Woo, let's do it, guys. We did it. We got a kill. All right,
Man.
that's pretty important though. Managing to whittle him down, grabbing that kill. Unfortunately, he's gonna come back full strength, and the person who got the kill wasn't even in your lane. But they did get the XP, 100 XP, so that's great.
And
See
Slayer.
if they can deal with him again. Oh, he's a hood too now.
Slayer in some trouble. They're looking for the deny. We'll get him. That still fills up the earn charge, which means Zeno's kind of run away. Oh man, yikes!
Oh my god, what do you do? You
Io?
can't go to this jungle.
Oof. Gets the overcharge afterwards. Yeah, I mean, for the Faceless Void, I don't know. I mean, it's just it's an incredibly hard situation. I feel like he's got to like switch lanes and go top or something at some point soon here, because this lane is not where he wants to be. They actually brought out a salve for him too, so Slayer's still passing over the less than full value
hold on.
salve.
That was his salve. Don't worry. Dino paid
was
for
it?
it himself.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Buy
Got
your own
it.
salves.
Never
like
mind.
the Fear stream title says. All right.
I like it. Oh my god. Earn, ulti, all of it dropped down. Arrow afterwards. He has to TP home. God. Dude, Venom was awesome. I love this hero.
Wow. Brand new sentence. Never before said.
Yeah, that's fair. A lot of people are not a huge fan
Yo,
of it.
say you please, please leave him alone. Oh,
Bang, bang. Hello, friend. How are you?
he doesn't even have Starfall.
No. He's just pushing him back there, and they know. Now he's got to run. Slayer. Slayer. He's getting bananas. Oh, the body block, and now the refilled urn.
Have I tainted the
Yeah.
Void's mid.
Yeah. You can't come back there. You can't go back to that lane.
Under attack. Radiant structures are
To be honest, even here, he's like half the level that Meljul is. He can't really stay here that easily either. Up top. Trying to go on to Knight. Heal coming out. Panamem has stick, has headdress, trying to make sure that this Bristle does not die. And Pedushara, well, without skilled up level Doom, well, they will find the kill onto the IO eventually with Ankrad. But Bristle gets out.
All right, this is all very good. All right, Anchor now moves bottom. Afterlife is a little bit low here. Does he have that much damage, though? I don't know if this hero's that busted yet, is he?
Ooh, careful, careful. Stick charge afterwards.
One more.
Trying to run. Is it enough? Not quite. Earned
The
to heal
raindrop
back up
coming back.
afterwards.
Yeah, that was all the raindrops, by the way. Very
Damn.
important.
He does not have Tranquils, though, on Veno, but with the Ring of Health, still feels comfortable sticking around this
All right,
area.
yo. Does say you hit this, though? Slayer's going to find him. It's okay.
Yeah. He's going to be fine for now. And they see the... he's able to outrange the wards. That's pretty important for the AA.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Well,
Tough times.
yeah. It's really just how rough the game has been for the Faceless Void. But now that the lanes are swapped up a little bit, he's finding a place for himself on Dino. And,
This is a nice recovery for sure.
right.
Especially because
Radiant's bottom tower
Ancient Apparition
is
is a
under
hero
attack.
that has always needed a little bit of
Dire
space as a
are
position
scanning.
5. You have to like hand over the lane as early as you can. You actually want to go jungle on the earlier end with your cores because you want to get that 6 early on. But Slayer, oh, might make it out of here.
Oh, that's the blink reveal. And they'll get him. So, Earns recharge for Afterlife, and they are going to take this tower 9 minutes in. Not bad, not bad.
Radiant's bottom
There is
tower has
zero
fallen.
surprise about how OneMove are playing. They're doing exactly what you would
top tower
want
is
these heroes to
under
do,
attack.
right? This is precisely what we talked about. Moving down here, getting this tower, moving through mid, taking away this jungle to farm from the Faceless Void. And my games are trying to get away from this plan by getting that Void some farm in the mid lane. Does have the Chronosphere now, and they are managing to push back the Bristle on the Isle a little bit. Like, Bristle on the Isle haven't been free farming the jungle. They haven't made it over to the
Dire's top
Ancients
tower
yet.
is under
So
attack.
some things are going
Radiant's
somewhat
bottom
okay for my
tower
games,
is
but
under attack.
overall, it feels like OneMove are just doing their normal game plan and still continuing to grow a lead here. And now with that
Right.
Blink Sand King, they're gonna like really expand that.
Well, and you've got an interesting thing going on here. Petushar is queuing up the Midas, almost has enough gold for it. So there's very much, it feels like from Mind Games, a desire to like ride out this wave of aggression that's going to be coming from OneMove. And the big question I have is, are they actually going to be able to do that?
Bulk
Burrow
stun
strike into the arrow. It comes out perfectly in time, and he is mega dead. So I mean, this is tough. A good use of the illusion rune right there to sort of bait them into thinking that there wasn't a Sand King around. But I'm just trying to figure out who makes moves in this game. And I thought it was going to be a Petushar or Blink, but he's going this Midas first.
That is an excellent point. I don't know who makes move. Rubik steals arrow, I guess. Oh my god, what do you get? Oh, I got Plague Ward. That's not arrow. That's not going to help. Oh no.
Oh,
He's not going
man.
to have it very long.
Nope, he got a ward out though. That was a thing. Now looking for more. Dino pops the ulti, able to find him. A blast afterwards. It's about as best you can hope for, but they get the Venom ulti out. No follow-up. They're just gonna. Oh wait, Melajewel. He goes right on the Slayer, trying to kill the AA. He got him.
And to relocate into. Okay, that's maybe a little unnecessary. Don't want to come hang out. There's a wave down bottom, he says.
Yeah.
I'll leave you here to farm.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, 3 heroes top net worth right now for OneMove, and for Mind Games, the goal is just chill, keep farming, make it happen.
Is it a winning formula, though, is the question.
Right. I mean, the thing that's interesting is, like, right now, Petushar is level 9, and he just now skills Doom. He's been maxing Devour Scorched Earth because he just feels like he just wants to farm and get into it as quickly as possible.
Yeah, he wasn't concerned about killing Bristle once. He just wants to try and stay in lane and try and slow down that growth. But oh my god,
yep, that's
I mean,
that's a rough
he
one.
took 871 damage from the ancient. So shouldn't they get the kill?
Probably, right?
You know, I feel like that's where the credit should go.
True enough. Not getting the credit they deserve.
Tower is under attack.
He has nowhere to
Radiant's
farm.
middle
This
tower is
support
under
Void is
attack.
having a very tough time.
Yeah, it's been a rough game for him. Not gonna lie. They're going to TP into mid on the Faceless Void now. Chrono back up in 60, so it's just Ward versus Ward, and then bringing in the Faceless Void a little bit to try and farm against them.
It's a 1v3 and Afterlife's winning.
Yeah.
They can't push out the wave. I guess he's got some helpers.
It's true, yeah, and he's always. This is the thing that's interesting too. He's always going to be able to kill off their Plague Wards first because he has more of them built up now.
Oh, the rich get richer, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, true.
Yeah, this is just it in action.
Dire are scanning.
Oh man, yep. They go on in, throws out the Gale.
Wow, this
Why
is
not?
a thrilling battle. Don't move anywhere, Albs. All right, leave it alone. I don't care if
Hanging
this is
out.
gonna die.
Oh, it doesn't matter. No, they just
No.
keep the pressure on. Poor
Radiant's
Bignum.
middle tower is
He gets
under
forced
attack.
completely out of lane now, but
This is the future.
just keep
All right,
spamming
all
him.
right. That was a bold arrow.
Would have been big.
Numb. Dead.
Radiant's middle
True.
tower is under attack.
Can he deny the tower? That's the riveting gameplay we're gonna have to wait for here.
Yeah. No, we're staying mid. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll see this to its finish. Anchorrad's coming. Everyone wants to watch this
Dude,
action. People are coming
setting
all over
it
the
up
map.
for him.
Slayer's here. Dino's here. It's our
Big
time.
play! AA blast afterwards. They're gonna find him. Afterlife Dunzo. That's what you get for throwing wards all over the place. Pick up your trash.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he has an Ags on Bristle. What the hell?
I have
That's
seen this quite a bit lately. The Ags rush, and then back for like maybe one item and then the shard, or just go straight shard because hairball's nasty.
Radiant's middle tower
Dude.
is under attack.
He's just like, fine, I'll do it myself.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yep. That's gonna start to feel real bad for Mind Games here.
Look at his movement. Hello.
He does not appear to care all that much. Almost gets the kill onto the Rubik, or rather the AA, who has to go all the way back home. And yeah, the early lead that they've built up is starting to look really good for OneMove. They're gonna go Roche. Oh, the Plague Wards.
It's free.
The bonus damage.
Plague Wards, goo.
A blast afterwards. Connects there onto both. And stolen Plague Wards again. As it happens. But they're ready to go on in. A blast into the Zeus ulti. But still, Roche is falling. And Knight should get this one, I think. With nothing really to get thrown out in terms of damage. That is looking rather rough for him. Well, Trent.
Yeah,
one
buddy.
move.
They made more than one move this game.
That's right. I think Mind Games are the ones that have only made one move.
Yeah, to the neutral camps, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then back to the fountain. That most of the move feels like fountain moving, even though it's only 8 kills. But I just keep going back to Dino, and I feel so bad. I feel like that he just has no game. This lane counter was just too strong, and his inability to jungle. He struggled to even farm up to the Morbid Mask to get himself into the neutrals. Then he's dying farming Ancients. When he shows up, though, he's helping a lot.
Oh, the price of going for that gets punished and killed. That was a Midas used for his death. Ooh.
I will say the lead is smaller than I would have expected.
That's true. They've been doing a good job of splitting up the map.
Okay, it ticked over to 4K. 4K was kind of a little bit worse, but you know, it could be worse. Those are the silver linings that we look for here.
That's right. You got to find something. Meanwhile, another arrow comes out. AA blast. Will it be enough to kill off the Sand King? Yes. Unfortunately, there are more heroes, Trent, and they all showed up. So Dino dead again. Yeah, that's rough.
Does he stay and pressure this tower?
Yeah, it looks like
thinking
it.
about it.
Yeah, Knight's gonna stick around.
He's an underrated tower pusher, you know. Like with Warpath and the ability to just like wipe out creep waves so fast. Like, look how hard he hits right now. Oof. Chunk of this tower.
350 damage per punch. Yeah, it's no joke. That is a big problem. Oh, and the Vambrace too. So the extra magic resistance. Oh, so nice. God. And Afterlife going for the pipe build. Something that, again, we don't see that often. It's been nerfed so much in terms of the amount of gold that it costs. But, you know, right now, Afterlife just saying, I know what I need to do. Survive through the fight, make my team strong, and make them weak.
It's also all magic, pretty much, on the Radiant, right? You got Doom, who's dishing out some, you know, a little bit of the old pure damage there and some right clicks. But Faceless Void, a lot of magic damage, right? Because of the bashes of magic. You got Rubik, Zeus, and AA. Like, it's such a good fight game.
Yeah. Very deadly. And I think that this is just going to be another movement towards mid by Knight and Pantomime to take down this tier 2 tower. They have no chrono for another 60 seconds. God. Yeah, anything they want to do, they can do right now. They're underneath a ward here, which means Ankrad. Oh, the hairball. They got him. Dude, this guy... Jeez. Oh, God.
So fast.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Petushar forces the BKB and then TP out. So he decided to go for the BKB to try and survive through this, as opposed to going for that blink for the initiation.
Don't worry, guys. Once I have Ags, he'll just be a normal hero.
Yeah. Wow. I don't know, man. I don't know what else to say about this. It's looking grim.
He is just like the face of the team right now, running around, and his allies are just running through the fog looking for people to kill. Melajul, Seiyu, they're hunting. Afterlife will grab a creep wave here or there with his wards. Completely fearless because they might just get relocated on for safety. From downtown.
They take him out. Bring him down. They did kill off that wave with the Ice Vortex. Having the shard on the A is nice, but I mean, at this point, it just feels like it's delaying for the inevitable, which is going to be this push that comes out. The Aegis is going to expire in 30 seconds as Meljul just barely off the mark there on catching the Zeus. But debilitating gameplay, and after, I mean, even if they chrono him here, I don't know if that's good enough. Oh no, no, Dino, no!
Zoning chrono. Zoning.
Dude, he's still here. They managed to seal Venomous Gale though. The ulti out on it, Poison Nova rather, but immediately dies.
Ooh, don't tip him. Don't tip him.
That's not very nice. That's... Oh no.
You played Pudge
and
last game. He's the heel.
Jeez, dude.
That's savage. To win by so much game one and then being clearly on a path to a pretty hard victory and tip a miss chrono. Don't please. That's a GG call if that arrow hits.
He knows he's got to run. They got to hide. He didn't have a TP. That poor man.
All right, I'm on Team Mind Games now. Come on, Mind Games. Bring it back. Taunt to get body. True combo.
It's not going to happen. There's no way.
All right, we need to find the path, like all good casters do, to how they're going to win. All right.
Okay.
Whew. So this is a tough one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a toughie.
All right, well, we need Doom eggs. That would be great, but that's very expensive.
Yes.
That seems like something that's very difficult to actually bring to life here. Okay. We got Zeus Shard. That's important, right? 9%. Right. We got percent base damage. That's good. We got Ancient Apparition, okay? We can kill Bristle without the break. I think it's possible. All right?
Oh my god. He lightning bolted, but they're smoked. Oh no! Ankrad! Doom on the Marana!
That's
Doom
okay.
on the Marana!
Just doom someone. That's okay. That's what they need.
Oh no! Petashari! What was that? No! Oh my god! He BKB'd after the TP, and now he's trying to run away, but Knight is not going to let him get away. The chase down is there. He's going to die. Oh, that hurts. Oh, no. Smiling Knight. Oh very happy with the current state of affairs.
The damage.
Yeah, dude. Oh, why are you tipping him? Oh, it hurts. Dude, the emotional damage.
For 440 damage. When he's right-clicking those guys because of the minus armor, and he's dishing out.
Dino decide if he wants to stay or go. He has Chrono back up in 10 seconds, but there's no way this works well for them. BKB done. They need AA Blast. They need everything, Trent.
Yeah, there we go. 5-hero AA Blast. Okay, so just like a 5-hero Chrono, Zeus ulti, spam spells with a static field. That's a way back into it, right? A bad relocate. All right, if they hold Chrono for the relocate, they catch the relocate coming in aggressively. Then they hit the Ice Blast on the 2. They get all the Zeus spells on the 2. They take down the Io Bristle. That is the path.
This sounds like a good path. I believe in this.
Now, what does Bignum need to steal? He just needs like Burrow Strike or something, honestly.
Invisibility.
The Poison Nova wouldn't be terrible, but I feel like it takes too long almost against this lineup. Dino, looking for it. Looking for it. Who's he finding? Oh, Seiyu. He's got an Invis rune, and so they break the smoke on him. They see all of this. Do they want to run in?
Oh, he wants to arrow him so bad from behind this tree.
Stolen wards. Thought about going for more. Meljul looking. Knight, he's going to make some craziness happen. Petushard, no Doom for 25, and he actually needs to be careful.
There's still a reload save here.
They're thinking about it. Going, reload, it's there, immediately gone.
Dude,
oh,
come
no!
on. Why?
Dude, Pantomime, what a player.
Yeah, but like, they were clearly baiting that the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Bristle's just here without his IO.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
To be fair, Pantomime also knew that they were going to go like right then. He preemptively had it. As soon as the Chrono came out, the tether was there for the save. So At the very
And
least, some heads up play.
Yeah, as mind games, you have to take risks and you have to go for things. You just gotta hope that they're making mistakes at this point. So I'm clowning on them a little bit, but they don't really have that much choice.
And to
Anyway,
be fair,
that was a great move because it forced out the chrono, and now they go Roche.
Look at this damage. Oh my god. The DD too. Why not? Who gets the shard, do you think?
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I like the Venom one. It's kind of fun.
I like that one too. Ooh, Io could be cool with the spell lifesteal stuff. Oh, he's gonna give it to him.
Yeah.
Yo. Spell lifesteal bristle.
Oh, wait, he passed it off.
No. Oh,
He gave me the Venom.
afterlife. Yeah, the Venom one's cool. You're right. Wait a minute. Melodule? No, we can't get him. Okay. And Bristle has decided I'm in your base now.
I've decided to end the game. I have my Moon Shard.
The static field
Look at the
is
damage,
doing
though.
it. Yeah, the static field ain't no joke.
9% of current health.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
It's a good chunk of it there. Trying to beat into this and finish off the building, and well, that's an arrow trying to save Slayer. God, the Gale, the Spirit Vessel damage, all that DOT. He's just trying to get back to the fountain and will manage to get there before he ticks down. Wow. 16k gold lead at 26 minutes.
Chrono in 20 seconds. Can they kill Knight once without Chrono? That would be great.
Radiant's
Or Doom.
bottom tower has fallen.
Or any of their spells. That would help. If Knight just wants to go and, die on the high ground, that would be great.
Yeah, it feels like they need to have Chrono available and Doom. Like, I don't know, maybe like if Zeus
sixth
can
hero.
sort of... Yeah, exactly. You've got to try and whittle him down here maybe, but Knight moves on in. The overcharge is there. The static field, it's not enough damage. It doesn't happen quickly enough, as they will take that melee racks and move towards the range ones as well. Moonlight Shadow afterwards, the wraparound coming, Afterlife there, right on top of all of them. Catches, they drop everything on him. What? Doom afterwards on the Bristle. He gets healed back up. The turn now on a Pedusharda and onto Dino. Trying to run away, but they will keep him fine and dandy. So AA goes down, Doom is done, and OneMove, I think, are ready to move on to the next building and on to the end of this game potentially.
Radiant's middle barracks are
And the
under
Doom is kind of cool because at least that Knight doesn't do as much damage.
Radiant's
Right.
middle
You're not going
That's
to
true.
kill him, but at least it stops him from his non-stop spam.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Also, is he still just living his life with no Dispel? Versus, like, has he ever even been time dilated? I'm going to have to check.
I think that there's once or twice, but it has not really been a huge issue for him. That's for sure.
No. Not as much as one might expect you to sort of have to be concerned. There we go. Yeah. Get him.
Yeah, they're going to wait for that one to wear off. They still have 2 minutes left. They're actually just relocating home to...
Well, you see, Pantomime needed his basher, so he had to go home to grab it. So...
Yeah, OneMove are feeling themselves. Do they have Chrono? Oh, 60 seconds still. Because there's no relocate now, right? Like, that's the only... But even
All right,
that...
so just 10 more levels until he is the attack tethered allies target.
Yeah.
And then we're good to go, right?
Yeah, he's going to get his bashes in. Perfect. Knight backs out, punches the buildings. Walk forward, Inferno Blade. Good chunk of damage, that time dilation being very annoying. God, Zeus's damage is going to be off the charts this game.
That is true, yeah. The percent, when you're losing this much, it's a big chunk of damage every time he casts the spell. Oh, well.
Oh, they got him.
He's gone.
They mega got him. Oh my god, Bignum dead too. Immediate buyback from both of them. And OneMove, they will back away with everybody not named Bristle.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Finally forcing out a glyph here. God.
Radiant's top tower
The combo
Radiant's
of the
top
Bristle
tower
walking
has
forward and the Veno wards, it is just the saddest siege. for Mind Games. More wards placed down. Venno likely to die, but the Aeon Disc assembly means he is fine. Knight down low, still not dead. And that is Mega Creeps. GG, well played. Going out with a bit of a whimper here as OneMove will clean it up 2-0.
Very nice draft mode here. I think we cast another IO Bristle earlier this tournament, I feel, and it didn't go really well because they picked in the first phase. And there was more time to prep for it and everything. But I feel like OneMove, they did a nice job in this draft because they had this IO, and it was clear that there were a lot of different options. And then at the end, they banned the Bat and the Viper. And I was sitting here like, I mean, they could Bristle.
Right.
It's definitely value, other than the time dilation. And yeah, much like game one, where I felt like the draft was in my game's favor in game one. Game two, I think it was like more even more so. Where I felt like my games could have done well, but they just got outplayed. They got beat pretty bad here. And you know, Knight, what a versatile player. Not only can he sit way far back and barely play the game with just a click, he can also get in your face, roll his face over the keyboard, spamming W and Q, and punch you to death. So he had a great time today.
Yeah, he had a really good one. I think that whenever you get a chance to play Bristleback and Sniper and you win, those are the games that feel good. They can also feel so bad when you lose with them, but a really impressive showing. We'll point out real quickly, Zeus most damage in the game, absolutely, you know, owned with that static field. Good stuff, but it's just how it goes. When you're losing like that, you just spam, and eventually they killed him. But man, 2-0. What a win. OneMove take down Mind Games. And with that, I think we're going to head to a quick break, hear from the panel, and probably get a little bit of an interview as well. But see that in just a few as we head on back to the panel.
Congratulations to OneMove on getting a 2-0 in this series. You know, I'm very impressed. They're looking, after this series at least, shaping up to be a team that maybe other people in Div 1 should be a little bit worried about, a little bit concerned, a team that could come out of nowhere. As it has to be said, their drafting was insane. The flexibility they had across both games was really phenomenal. And then going into the laning phase, it was great game one. Game two was the exact same story.
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's just really clever. They showed a huge, wide range of hero picks, stuff that's kind of off meta, at least maybe for most people who've been watching Pro Dota, but for them it's kind of becoming some of their standard picks, the Sniper particularly. And they forced Sniper punch bans in this game too, and then they had a great response to the Void coming out. Like, they picked the Void into what they think is a Sand runner lane, and then they just flex it with this Venom pick, which was just really clever. Like, it's nothing like, oh, it's nothing like it's been seen and done before. That's like, you know, common Dota drafting is you flex these picks, but they just set themselves up for success 2 games in a row.
Yeah, and I guess it's not just that matchup in the lane, but how they progressed throughout the whole game, right? This Void, the Spaceless Void, even though he had a bit of a rough lane, he still just wasn't really able to have that impact he needed throughout the whole entire game.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a rough lane on Void, it's generally very hard to recover on this hero. So he had a rough lane, but another standout performance was the Bristleback. Even though he was against the Doom, and the Doom got the mana burn creep, and it was really pesky and annoying for him to keep getting mana burn over and over again, he still won his lane pretty handedly. Got his Ags pretty early on, and they just skyrocketed in net worth.
Looking at these stats, how did you guys find the mid matchup between the Zeus and the Sand King?
Zeus did a lot of damage, but that's kind of just built into Zeus. That's always the case, you know. Zeus has some inflated. It's not like real damage because it's often just like you pop ulti. But I think both mid players played really well. I mean, if there's a standout for Mind Games, it was Encrad. 2 games in a row. Game 1, he was getting solo kills. This time around, he was just top net worth. He was, you know, as soon as he got his ultimate, he was used it twice, like instantly, like back to back to get kills in the side lanes to try and help out his side lanes, but. You know, he's still a mid Zeus. You can't take over the game the same way like a true playmaking mid can, which is what Sand King did. Once he got a blink, he was moving all over the place and setting up kills with the Mirana. I love the way the Mirana started playing around the Sand King, because that's the lane combo we thought it was. They're a great combo. It just wasn't until the mid game where they started using that blink, Burrow Strike into Arrow.
Yeah. Was there anything else for the side of OneMove that really stood out from you guys? We've complimented their drafting, the flexibility. We've complimented their laning phase. Is there anything more when it comes to that map movement or itemization that you're seeing as we flick through these statistics?
For itemization, pretty standard for the most part on all the heroes. It's just like just the drafting and the laning stage was just the story of this series, really. Like, both games, they won both side lanes very hard, and just really snowballed the game into a 2-0.
Yeah, considering their only losses against outsiders, who, to me, on paper, is top 2 in the region alongside Team Spirit, like, this is a team that could contest the top 3. I mean, I think maybe it comes down to OneMove and someone like Na'Vi. So, you know, they completely stomped Mind Games, who theoretically, I mean, they were a major team, even though they didn't end up going to the major. They did qualify to that major. They're not looking like it here. They've lost back-to-back series against Div 2 teams now. If anything, Mind Games is going to be worried just about staying alive and staying in Div 1 for the upcoming season.
Yeah, a little bit of potential going back to the drawing board for Mind Games, but we are going to have a winners interview with a member of OneMove. It is going to be Pantaman joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on the win. How are you and the team feeling after that series?
Hello everyone. I feel very confident and happy. We won series 2-0, so it was pretty easy for us.
Yeah, it looked like it. You guys didn't struggle at all. I do have to know, how was the communication during the drafting phase for both games? Because you guys ended up flexing a lot of heroes to different roles we weren't really expecting.
We were just picking confident heroes for our. They were not a lot of strategies. It was like I'm playing a lot of games on IO ranked. I have a 100 win rate, so let's pick it.
Wow.
And the same thing with Bristol back. Like Smiley Knight said, Bristol easy game. Doesn't matter Void time dilation. Doesn't matter Doom. They just have no damage for me. With IO, okay, let's go for it.
Is it the same with Pudge and Sniper?
Patch was a secret strategy. But, we have to show it now because patch is getting bigger, and in China a lot of teams picking it, so it's not a secret for both of many teams, but a few teams don't know how strong this hero is, and Mind Games was one of those teams. That's why they have to ban it in first phase. Second game, it was good for us.
Yeah, it definitely was. Do you guys have potentially some more secret strategies like that up your sleeves?
Maybe.
I look forward to it.
I was curious, I wanted to ask, your team has been playing all year long without any roster changes. You know, you started in Div 2, you played 2 tours there. When it came to sticking together as a team, despite not making it to Div 1 immediately, you know, why did you stick together, and do you think it's given you an advantage sticking together for so long?
I think this is because of how we communicate with each other. We treat each other with respect, and no one has bad feelings even after we lose our first time in second division, and we didn't get up to first division. But we have problems in lives, like some players were ill, some players just were moving in other places. That's I think that was the thing why we lose, not because we played bad. And that's why we think that we can continue playing together even if we can't play in Gambit anymore.
Okay.
Alright, so you guys had some hard games against outsiders. What did you learn from that series?
Hard question. I can say that the first game with outsiders was hard for us because it was a new patch, and we were not confident in this day, and we have problems with communication, but we just had a great team talk, and a lot of issues were appear, and we were fixing it. So most of them were fixed to this day, and that's why everything was so good and confident.
Yeah, you guys have absolutely bounced back so well. Last question before I let you go, though. Now that you're in Division 1, which team are you most looking forward to coming up against?
For me, that was Outsiders.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Unluckily, we played first game. But if we will continue winning, I think we can play with them again. Maybe for major slot.
Yeah,
We'll see.
potentially. There seems to be a very bright future for you guys over at OneMove. Congratulations again, Pantomime, for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
ya. He was so great to talk to. That was a fantastic interview. He gave a lot of insight as to just how, I guess, much they really reflected on that loss that they had against Outsiders. And unfortunately, that was the team he was looking forward to versing. But he can still win so many more series in Eastern Europe, as Division 1 is still very fresh, very new, as we can see with these standings. Nothing too much crazy has changed up since we saw it at the start of this broadcast.
Yeah, I mean, I guess mainly Mind Games is a little surprising. They're struggling so much, even though they did, qualify for the last major. So that's a little bit of not a shock, but a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think it's probably a very safe call to say they won't be at the major, and it's just a matter of whether or not they'll finish bottom 2 or not, because they've lost to 2 of the probably weaker teams.
The 2 Division 2 teams. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, OneMove looked like they could be a team to make some waves here, but also at the same time, that's one series win. So
it could be one of those things that adjusting to the draft has been harder for some teams than other. But you're right. One of those things is, maybe you're not going to the major anymore, but you still have to fight for your life. You don't want to be relegated going down to Division 2. Not that it's the end of the world, but it does also mean with the conclusion of that series, it is the conclusion of the day over here on Beyond the Summit. There is going to be some more Eastern European action tomorrow on this channel, but for now, that's going to be it from us, and we will see you in a couple days.